World War II left the world in ruins, but it also gave rise to a series of crucial treaties aimed at rebuilding nations and preventing future conflicts. Today we're counting down the top 10 treaties signed after World War II that changed the course of history. At number 10, we have the Treaty of San Francisco, signed in 1951. This treaty officially ended the state of war between Japan and the Allied powers. It marked the beginning of Japan's post-war recovery and established its new status as a peaceful nation. The treaty paved the way for Japan's rapid economic growth and reconstruction. Next up is the Paris Peace Treaties of 1947. These agreements formally ended World War II for Italy, Romania, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Finland. The treaties included territorial adjustments, reparations, and set the foundation for peace in post-war Europe. Coming in at number 8 is the North Atlantic Treaty of 1949, which established NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This treaty formed a military alliance between the United States, Canada, and Western European countries, aimed at countering the Soviet threat during the Cold War. The Treaty of Rome is our number 7 pick. Signed in 1957, this treaty created the European Economic Community, laying the groundwork for the European Union. It was a major step towards economic integration and cooperation in Europe, promoting free trade and mobility. At number 6, we have the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty of 1968. This treaty aimed to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons and promote peaceful uses of nuclear energy. It remains one of the most important arms control agreements in history. Number 5 on our list is the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, a series of treaties between the United States and the Soviet Union. Signed in the 1970s, these agreements aim to limit the number of strategic nuclear weapons held by each country, reducing the risk of nuclear war during the Cold War. Next is the Helsinki Accords of 1975. This was not a formal treaty, but a major diplomatic agreement signed by 35 nations. It aimed to improve East-West relations during the Cold War and laid out principles for human rights and international cooperation. Our number 3 spot goes to the Camp David Accords, which led to the Egypt-Israel Peace Treaty in 1979. This landmark agreement, brokered by US President Jimmy Carter, marked the first time an Arab country recognized Israel, setting a precedent for future peace agreements in the Middle East. At number 2, we have the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces (INF) Treaty of 1987. This agreement between the United States and the Soviet Union eliminated an entire class of nuclear weapons, reducing the threat of a nuclear conflict in Europe. And finally, the most significant treaty signed after World War II is the United Nations Charter of 1945. This treaty established the United Nations, an international organization dedicated to maintaining peace, security, and cooperation among nations. It remains a cornerstone of international diplomacy to this day. These treaties have shaped the modern world in ways we can still see today. From peace and disarmament to economic cooperation, they laid the foundation for the international order we know. Which treaty do you think had the biggest impact? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights and deep dives into world events.